Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Awesome. Today we're looking at how ChatGPT could totally shake things up, especially if you're running a small business.
It's everywhere these days, right?
Yeah,
ChatGPT.
you see it everywhere, but what's the real deal? And that's exactly why we're diving into this super interesting article
Oh, yeah, I saw this one.
from Asamhav Solutions. It's called, Can You Use ChatGPT for Business? So are you ready to unpack all this?
Let's do it.
All right. First things first, what exactly is ChatGPT?
ChatGPT, it's basically this really smart chatbot.
Oh, a chatbot. Okay.
But it's not just any chatbot. It's powered by AI. Specifically, it was created by OpenAI.
By OpenAI. Okay.
And the thing is, it uses these advanced language models, to actually get what you're asking, like really understand it.
Ah, so it's not just like those basic chatbots.
No, not at all. It then takes what it understands and creates, well, text, just like a person would write it.
So almost like having a super-powered writing assistant?
Exactly. Right there on your computer.
That makes sense. But hold on, I keep hearing about this GPT-4 thing too.
Ah, good point. GPT, well, that's like ChatGPT, but on a whole other level.
Okay, is it a different name for the same thing, or?
It's more like the next generation, the next step.
Ooh, next generation.
It's the engine behind ChatGPT, and this one, GPT-4, it's even better at understanding and creating complex text. Really complex stuff.
Wow, okay, so like an upgrade.
The big upgrade. And here's the kicker. It can write different kinds of creative content. Think poems, code, scripts, even music.
Whoa, wait, music too?
Yeah, email, letters, you name it. Whatever you need, it'll try its best.
That's impressive. But here's my question. Do businesses, like the one you run, do they have to pay for this?
So there are options. You can start with the free version of ChatGPT just to see what it's all about.
Okay, a free version, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
But if you're serious about using it for your business, there's ChatGPT Plus. That's a paid subscription. It's $20 a month.
Got it. So what makes this ChatGPT Plus? Why would someone pay for it?
Well, for starters, with Plus, you get access to GPT-4, that superpowered engine we were talking about.
Ah, okay, right, the upgraded one.
Plus, you get priority, which means faster responses. You're not waiting around.
So it's faster. Okay.
And you get access to the newest features
Mm.
before everyone else.
So it's like having, what, a VIP assistant who's always ready to go?
Exactly. And in the business world, that can make all the difference, especially when you're juggling a million things.
I bet. Now, I gotta ask, how can a small business actually use this? Like, where do you even begin?
That's where this Asimov Solutions article comes in. It lays out some really practical uses.
Okay, lay it on me. I'm ready.
Imagine you've got this long, boring industry report to read.
Been there.
ChatGPT can summarize that whole thing for you in seconds, saving you tons of time.
Oh, wow, that's actually really helpful.
And then, think about writing a proposal or even a blog post. Staring at a blank page. Ugh.
The worst.
ChatGPT can create a solid outline for you in minutes, giving you a framework to start with.
So it's like having a brainstorming buddy.
Exactly. And speaking of brainstorming, need new ideas. ChatGPT can help with that too.
Seriously?
Yeah, whether it's a marketing campaign or a new product, it can help you think outside the box.
Like a creativity booster. All right, this is getting good. What else?
Okay, think about customer service. Answering all those emails, it can take forever.
Tell me about it.
ChatGPT can help you write those emails, professional and engaging, without spending hours on each one.
That would be a lifesaver. And then every customer gets a great response.
Exactly. It's about working smarter, not harder. Now, let's say you need to explain something technical to a client.
Oh, not my strong suit.
ChatGPT can simplify it, make it easy for anyone to understand.
Ah, so everyone's on the same page.
Exactly. Now, here's something cool. You can use ChatGPT to build a chatbot for your website.
A chatbot for my website.
Yep, available 24/7 to answer questions, offer support. It's like having an AI assistant working around the clock.
Wow, that's next level.
And let's say you're hiring. ChatGPT can help you come up with those tough interview questions.
Oh, that's smart. Make sure you're finding the right people.
Yep. Now get this. ChatGPT can even help with web development.
No way, really?
Yeah, it can give you coding tips, help you troubleshoot issues, even generate code snippets.
So even if I'm not a coder, I can still use it to build my website.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And finally, it can help with SEO, getting your website found on search engines.
SEO, that's crucial. But how can ChatGPT help with that?
It can find the right keywords, the ones that'll boost your ranking and get you more traffic.
So it's like having an SEO expert right there in your toolkit.
You got it.
Okay, I'm officially impressed. This is incredible.
Right. and we're just getting started.
So many amazing ways ChatGPT can help a small business.
Seriously. It's like having a whole team in one.
Totally. But like with any powerful tool, you got to know how to use it, right?
Absolutely. And that's where this SMBs Solutions article gets really interesting.
Okay, so what are some tips for using ChatGPT, especially for small business owners like yourself?
First thing, always fact check.
Oh, that's important. So it's not just taking everything it says as gospel.
Right, it's trained on tons of data, but it's not perfect. Sometimes it might get things wrong, especially if it's a really specific topic.
Makes sense. So it's a tool to help you, not replace you.
Exactly. You still need your own knowledge and expertise. Another thing, pay attention to the tone of the content it creates.
Tone. Okay, so make sure it sounds like my brand.
Yes, you want to keep that authenticity, that unique voice.
Right. It's like even if you have a great ghostwriter, you still want it to sound like you wrote it.
Exactly. And here's another important tip. Search engines, they can actually penalize you for using too much AI-generated content.
Really? Penalize you.
Yep. So always add your own thoughts, your own insights. Don't just copy and paste.
So it's about finding that balance, using ChatGPT, but keeping it human.
You got it. And don't be afraid to experiment. Try different prompts if the first response isn't quite right.
So it's a back and forth.
Exactly. You're guiding it to give you what you need.
Mm.
And if you're using ChatGPT for something like, oh, web development,
Okay, yeah.
always have a human expert look over the code it generates, just in case.
Makes sense. You don't want to break your website.
Right. Now, data privacy, that's a big one.
Yeah, especially these days.
Never, ever put sensitive information into ChatGPT. Think client data, financials, anything confidential, keep that separate.
Got it. So be smart about what you share.
Exactly. Use it responsibly. Now, I think it's time to tackle some of those big questions people have about ChatGPT.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of curiosity out there.
First, how does it actually work? I mean, a computer writing like a human, it's kind of mind-blowing.
It really is. I've always wondered that. Like, how does it actually do that?
So it uses something called natural language processing, or NLP, and large language models, LLMs. Basically, it's been trained on a massive amount of text data, which allows it to learn the patterns in language and generate responses that are coherent and contextually relevant.
So it's like it's read everything on the internet?
Pretty much. That's how it understands what you're asking and gives you those spot-on answers.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, what about security? Is it safe to use, especially for business?
ChatGPT itself is secure. But remember what we said about not entering sensitive information. That's on you, the user, to be responsible.
Okay, so user error, not the technology itself.
Right. You have to use it wisely. And finally, the big one, will AI, like ChatGPT, take our jobs?
That's the question everyone's asking.
The article emphasizes that it's meant to help us, not replace us. It can do those repetitive tasks, freeing us up for more creative, strategic work.
So it's like AI making us better at what we do, not taking over.
Exactly. It's about working together, humans and AI, to achieve more.
That's actually a really positive way to look at it, and it makes sense, especially when you think about SMBs Solutions.
Yeah, the company behind this article.
They're experts in this stuff, custom software, web and app development, and they really get AI and how it can solve real business problems.
If you're a small business owner and you're like, okay, this is cool, but where do I even start?
They could totally help you figure it out.
Exactly. They can help you tailor it to your business, your specific goals.
Okay, so we've covered a ton in this deep dive into ChatGPT for small businesses.
So much good stuff.
What are some key takeaways for our listeners? It's a lot to take in, right? I think what really stands out is how ChatGPT can change the game for small businesses, like really level up how they work.
Yeah, it's about efficiency, productivity, creativity, and let's not forget, making customer service way better.
Totally. But like we've been saying, you got to use it right, responsibly.
It's not magic, right?
Okay.
Always double check the info, keep that human touch, and don't forget about data privacy.
So important. And this is just the beginning. ChatGPT is just one example of what AI can do.
It's changing so fast. That's why it's important to stay curious, stay informed.
It's like we've given you the tools, a map, and now it's up to you to explore.
Exactly. Find what works for your business, your goals. That's where the real magic happens, when you start experimenting.
I love that. And even though we've covered a ton today, there's always more to learn.
Oh, absolutely. The world of AI is moving fast. You got to keep up.
So to our listener out there, we hope this deep dive sparks some ideas for you. Don't be afraid to try things out, ask questions, see how ChatGPT can help you hit those goals.
You never know. You might discover something amazing that nobody's even thought of yet.
That's what's so cool about it. Endless possibilities. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into ChatGPT for small businesses. We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.